Stop number 24 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia for some nighttime short track racing. This is the last nighttime short track race on the season, I should say, but not the last night race of the season, mind you. As we are here today at Richmond for the running of the Exide Batteries 400, as we have 60 laps of racing today on 60 laps of racing, I should say, on around this D-shaped 3/4 mile racetrack. And here's the starting lineup. On the pole, it is Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. He's alongside number 25, Colin Cropley, in the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. Cropley won the season in the night race at Bristol. Dylan has yet to win a race this season. Second row is Quentin Moore in car 15, the Motorcraft Ford, and number 8, Noah Sewell, the winner of the season at Atlanta and Michigan, the second Michigan race this season, in the Snickers Buick. Third row has car 30, Zachary Fitzwater in the Pennzoil Pontiac, and number 94, Dylan Potey, who won this season at Watkins Glen. Fourth row, Nathan Orman in 33, and number 12, Ryan George. Next row down is number 71, Charles Sanford, and number 98. That is the car of Matt McIntyre. Going to row number 6 has car number 28, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 6, Cody McGurk in the Folgers Ford. Next row is number 26, Joshua Osborne, the Quaker State Buick. Car number here is currently right now number 4 in the point standings. He's alongside number 73, Carson Gum, who won his season at Darlington. Joshua won his season at North Wilkesboro and the first race at Dover. Next row is number 90, Caleb Fogler, and number 43, Mike Becker. This number 66, Eric Monaco, and number 7, Aubrey Scott. Next round is number 22, Mitchell Hodak, looking for the Richmond sweep. He won the first time he was here at Richmond. 22, Maxwell House Chevrolet, Maxwell House Ford. He's alongside number 49, Reggie Fogelman, in the Interstate Battery Buick. Next round is number 3, Cole Deaver, and number 27, Daniel Boyles, who won the Southern 500 at Darlington this season, while Deaver won the Daytona 500 and is the current points leader. Next round is number 68, Ben Cohen, who shocked them all in the night race at Bristol this season. The Country Time Pontiac. He's alongside number 19, Jackson Haywood, at the wheel of the Tyson Holly Farms. Ford. Next round has a pair of ladies, number 9, Jessica Shelton, and number 21, Tori Gossett, both of them carrying in-car cameras in today's race. Next round has Shelton won the season at Riverside. Gossett won at Martinsville. Next round is number 5, Austin Reed, and number 55, Chris Dalton, who won the season at Darlington, Charlotte, I should say, in the 600. In the Jasper Engines Pontiac. Next round is number 24, Phil Parker, and number 42, Kyle Matthews, who won the season at Sonoma and Rockingham. Next row is 52, Seth Cohen, number 1, Trent Dunham. Next row, number 4, William Brock, and number 75, Laura Chung, who won the second Pocono race this season. Next row is number 17. That is Rafael Duke, the Pepsi 400 winner, and number 2 in the points chase coming in this event. He's alongside number 11, Kat Batson, number 3 in the points coming in. She won at Talladega and Indianapolis. Next round has Alexander Rowe, who won the second Talladega race this season, along with the first Pocono event. And beside him will be Rob Evans, number 20. Starting shotgun is Ryan Brommer, who won the first Michigan race this season. Number 18, Navy Chevrolet, is alongside here. Brommer almost won at Darlington the last race on the tour, but got passed on the race on the final lap, come off the last turn. So that will do. So that will do it for your starting lineup for today's race here. And here's the command of Farney Engines here at Richmond.
3, 2, 1, gentlemen, start your engines.
Command given to Farney Engines as we're racing here today at Richmond, Virginia. As the pace car leads go up and pick up for the pace up, we'll do it to start the race right after this. Off the 4 turn they come right here. Dylan Young leading to the start-finish line. And the green flag's about to fly here. And the Exide Batteries 400 is underway here at Richmond. And look at Quentin Moore to the inside and trying to make a 3 wide for the lead in turn number 1. He's got to get it in the turn number 1 here. Quentin Moore, number 15, Motorcraft Ford, the defending series champion, looking to get his first victory of the season here. Dylan Young also trying to do the same thing. And Zachary Fitzwater trying for 3rd position. He's got it come off that 4th turn over Noah Sewell, who's in the battle now with the 33 card Nathan Orman as the yellow flag flies for the first time here today. And it looks like Chris Dallerton and Trent Dunham were the two that has spun. And Trent trying to get around Ryan Brommer. He does so he beats Brommer to the line. But caution coming on lap number 1, and it's car number 1 alongside number 55, who has spun. Let's take a look at what happened to cause the first yellow flag to fly here. They come into turn number 1. Dallerton, I think, got into there we got 4 wide come off turn number 1. That off turn number 2, that is a no-no at Richmond. And those drivers along with both Dallerton and Dunham got into each other, and several others got into a crash as well too. Here, let's take a look at what happened again right there. There's where several of the other cars were there. William Brock among one of those cars right there. And he got into Ryan Brommer, sent Brommer spinning, coming off the second turn right there. So Ryan Brommer, Trent Dunham, and Chris Dallerton among the cars involved in the first caution flag of the day. Kyle Matthews got a piece of it as well too in the 42 machine, along with William Brock. So Quentin Moore is your leader. Lap number 3 is what we're on here at Richmond, Virginia. We'll be back with the green flag right after this. Heading off into the third turn now as we're about to get the green flag here at Richmond International Raceway. Is Quentin Moore out in front. Second position is Dylan Young. Third is Zachary Fitzwater. Fourth position is Noah Sewell. Nathan Orman is in fifth spot. Sixth right now is Charles Sanford. Then it's Dylan Pote, Keith Batson, Colin Cropley, and Ryan George. The top 10. Green flag back out. Lap number 7. Zachary Fitzwater dives inside of Dylan Young, gets by him for second position. And Noah Sewell getting a little bit sideways, come off that second turn. 3 wide there behind. Keith Batson gets around both Dylan Pote and Charles Sanford. Charles now going backwards down in a 71 machine. Ryan George goes by. Here comes Joshua Osborne in 26 trying to go by as well too. Along with the 98 card not Nathan Hudson, excuse me. Matt McIntyre and Eric Monaco. We mentioned so far 6 different winners in the first 6 different winners so far. They have won their first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series races here. We saw the last, in fact, including the last 2, that being Ben Cohen and Daniel Boyles. Eric Monaco is one of about 3 drivers in the field so far, just in the field left, who have not yet won. Actually, maybe 4 drivers, I think 4 drivers in the field who have not yet won a Castrol GTX Cup Series event. They're the other bunch, besides Monaco, are drivers like Jackson Haywood, Cody McGurk, and Reggie Fogelman. Those drivers have never won. Those are the 4 drivers left on this field who have never won a race in the series here. And I don't know if we've ever had 3 races in a row where a driver has never, who a driver got their first ever win in this series has happened. I'm not sure if we ever had that happen before. We have in the last 2 right there, Bristol and Darlington, so maybe Richmond possibly if somebody new comes up front and takes the win here today. But right now it's 2 drivers who have won before. Quentin Moore and Zachary Fitzwater are first and second right now. Noah Sewell, who's won twice this season, he's in 3rd position. And Nathan Orman, who's not won in a long time in this race, since Michigan last season, he is in 4th position right now with Dylan Young, who also is looking for his first victory of the season. His last win came at Phoenix last season. So Young also in a bit of a skid as well too here. Dylan Pote, on the other hand, he has won this season. That came at Watkins Glen on a road course. The number 94 card. He's now trying to battle with Dylan Young, I should say, for 5th position. Pote currently in 6th place right now. Matt McIntyre, who had a solid run at Darlington, finished in 5th position in that race in the number 98 Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. Matt coming on strongly in his last few races, in the last couple of races. Keith Batson running in 8th position. 9th is Eric Monaco in the battle for 10th between Joshua Osborne, Caleb Fogler, the defending race champion here at Richmond, along with Aubrey Scott and Colin Cropley as well too. Cropley started 2nd, has dropped back to 12th. Nope, dropped to 13th position. Maybe back to 15th if he loses spots to both Cody McGurk and Carson Gum. McGurk gets by, and now Carson goes by, and maybe Mike Becker damaged up and on at number 43 car. He apparently got a little bit of damage from that crash he was in earlier. The only caution flag of the day. He right now 16th position at the moment. Ben Cohen is 17th position. He currently leads. He's currently is 1 point behind in the rookie standings coming into this event, and 2 cars behind him is the other rookie right there. Well, Phil Parker's in 24th position. He's in 18th position right now. I was going to actually, and as I said, 2 cars back of Cohen, and it's now about what, 5 cars back now, as both Jessica Shelton in the 9 and the 17 of Rafaela Duke both go by her. It's Tori Gossett, who's the other rookie in this field. Tori won this season at Martinsville, as Tori and Ben have both won this season, I should say. Tori at Martinsville, the first race there. We'll be going to Martinsville 2 races from now for the second race there. And Cohen on the other hand, the 68 card there. He is in the Country Time card, gets squirrely off that second turn right now. He's 17th right now. He won at Bristol, the night race at Bristol, for his first ever Castrol Cup Series event. And I tell you, Cropley was one happy guy too, so he has now got, I think, 3 of his drivers have won the season right there, including Colin himself. That was in the day race at Bristol. So Team Cropley swept the season at Bristol. And of course, also Mitchell Hodak have won at Richmond, and Noah Sewell's won twice this season. That was at Atlanta and Michigan, as we said. So only Aubrey Scott's yet to get a victory for the Cropley team here, as well too. As Colin trying to get all 5 of his cars in victory lane this season. So right now, Cohen's in 16th position, Cropley 17th, Jessica Shelton running 18th right now on the number 19 machine. Tori Gossett trying to get by Phil Parker. She does so, but moves Tori up to 19th, and Kat Batson up to 20th position in the number 11 car, as she just squeezes in front of that number 10 car of Alexander Rowe. In L3 wide right there, Rafaela Duke, Phil Parker, and Cole Deaver. That bunch as well too, and also Jackson Haywood and that Tyson Holly Farms Ford. And Deaver gets by both cars right there, and by the way, that's 1, 2 in the points right there side by side here. Deaver in the 3 and the 17 of the LeDuc. Both have won the season, and they were both the Daytona winners here. LeDuc won the 400, Deaver won the 500. So move the Dale Earnhardt cars up to the number 22 position right now. So Deaver's got a lot to go. Has a lot to go for position as well too right there. Only bad news for Deaver is that Joshua Osborne is way ahead of him right now. Battle of the ladies going on right here. Tori Gossett in 21 and Jessica Shelton in 9, and actually in the 11 of Kat Batson. 3 ladies in the field going out of here. We should mention all 4 of the ladies in the field have won this season as well too. All have won. Well, actually, 3 of them have won 1 race. Kat Batson's the only driver who's won 2 this season out of the ladies. Talladega in the Winston 500 and also the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Kat right now running in 19th position at this moment here. And we'll take you back to the front pack. There's Osborne running in 9th in the Quaker State Buick. But right now, it has been all Quentin Moore leading this event. And right now, after 26 laps, he started 3rd and has led every lap so far in the Motorcraft Award. Can he finally get that first win? In the last season, he did not get that first one until Dover, the second Dover race, which happens to be next on the tour, as a matter of fact. The Peak Antifreeze 400. Quentin, if you remember, Quentin started from the pole of this race last season, led the opening 7 laps, and had a mechanical failure that knocked him around the race while he was leading under caution, I might add. And I tell you, Quentin was heartbroken over that one too, but right now he's got a mirror full of yellow. And number 30, Pennzoil Pontiac. And bear in mind there, Zachary Fitzwater is the only driver this season who has not scored a top 10 finish. That could change here in the final 32 laps of this race. That could change. Not only get a top 10, maybe get a top 5, maybe possibly a win if he gets by more. Here comes Fitzwater, low side. How about that 30 car? Zachary Fitzwater, the Pennzoil Pontiac out in front now. Fitzwater did have a win last season. That was at the second Michigan event. And I tell you, those two battling for the lead right there, but it's lurking along in third position, waiting to evade if something happens. Is that number 33 car, Nathan Ormond, who's gotten by Dylan Young for third place. And Ormond is closing up right now. He is 7,600 of a second back of the leader. Let's check to see what it is this time by for the 33 machine of Nathan. There's Fitzwater and Moore going by right there, and there is Ormond. He's now 9,200 of a second back here, so he's lost a little bit of ground to the front two cars. But Ormond staying within range of the leaders right now. In the meantime, Dylan Young, the pole sitter for the event, though, he is still not running as well as he hoped for right now. He hoped to be out there leading this event since he started from the pole. But instead, now trying to hold off that number 8 car of Noah Sewell, who he got by a few laps ago. Sewell in 5th position here, and Dylan Poteet trying to close up at the back of that number 8 Snickers Buick. And it's right now it's Poteet's Sunoco Oldsmobile closing up on the front on those 2 cars ahead of him. So Poteet may have get the 5th position, maybe possibly 4th, maybe if he can get by, if all works right. Matt McIntyre running in 7th position right now. Eric Monaco in 8th. Joshua Osborne 9th, and 10th is Keith Batson, along with Caleb Fogler and Aubrey Scott. Right now, 11th and 12th respectively. Here comes Osborne trying to go inside of that 66 car of Eric Monaco. No dice for the time being. Now Osborne's got to be liking where he's at right now here. He's running in 9th position, whereas the driver he is battling for 3rd position in the points with, Cat Batson, is running 19th, while Cole Deaver is running in 24th position, and Rafael Leduc has dropped down to 35th. So Osborne, I tell you, he's looking to get a bit of a points harvest on those front 2 cars. Him and Batson both at fact as well too. And we got 1 car disqualified out of the race. That is the number 4, William Brock, in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. He's been knocked out of the race. But change for 2nd position right there is Quentin Moore, and he has slowed up big time right there. He lost his position to Nathan Ormond, who's now 2nd, and here comes Dylan Young losing 2 spots right there. 1 to Noah Sewell and the other to Dylan Poteet. So Poteet now moves into the top 5 right now, the number 94 Sunoco Oldsmobile. Noah Sewell, low side, looking for position right there. That's on Quentin Moore there. Quentin trying to get by the 8, trying to get back by the 33 car, trying to close up on that 33 car, I should say, of Ormond. Ormond, meantime, he's closing up on that number 30 car, Zachary Fitzwater, who's leading this race right now. And what would be something for Fitzwater? As I said, he's the only car left that's not scored a top 10 this season. What would be something that first top 10 this season ends up being a win? And he could be 21 laps from doing so, but race ain't over yet, though. Far from over here, because he's going to have a mirror full of green in just a second. That 33 car of Nathan Ormond. Pontiac in 1st, Oldsmobile 2nd, Ford in 3rd, Buick in 4th, and an Oldsmobile running in 5th with Dylan Poteet Leading Chevrolet right now is Matt McIntyre in 7th. And he's now trying to get by Dylan Young for position. Young's car slowing up quite a bit, though. Maybe something going awry with that number 2 car. On board with Joshua Osborne. Baker State Buick running right now in 9th position in the machine. See where our other 2 in-car cameras are at right now. There is, look from inside, Tori Gossett's car. Tori right now running a 16th position right now. Snick in the Citgo Ford. Up ahead of her is the 6 car of Cody McGurk and the 73 car of Carson Gum. 14th and 15th right now for those 2 machines. Not far behind Tori is Jessica Shelton, running in 18th position right now, trying to get by Kat Besson for 17th. Jessica winner this season at Riverside Raceway and on a road course. And in fact, ironically enough, that number 9 car of Shelton right there, she's running right behind the car she'll be driving next season with the resale number 11. The Boeser Ford. Jessica will be behind the wheel of that car next season. The Boeser Ford. And Dylan Poteet now getting by Quentin Moore. That is for 4th position actually. So yeah, something's gone right with both. Something has gone right with both the 15 and the 2 cars. Quentin, who led the most laps in this race so far, and Poteet, I should say Young, who started front of the pole and lost the lead to Quentin Moore on the first lap, though. And I tell you, something has gone around with something has gone around with those 2 cars both. But meantime, as far as the front 2 cars here, front 3 cars here, Nathan Orman still trying to close up on that number 30 car of Zachary Fitzwater, but it's not. But it's not looking good right now. 0.7 of a second behind the last time by. This time by it is. Well, he closed up a little bit that time by 59 hundredths of a second, so I stand corrected on that. And we are closing up on 10 laps to go. It'll be this time I can place lap number 49. See what the margin is this time by between the 33 and 30 cars. There's Fitzwater. There's Ormond. And 62 hundredths of a second that time by, so Ormond lost 3 hundredths of a second between those front 2 cars. Noah Sewell running in the 3rd position right now in that Snickers Buick. There he is. There's Noah. And Ormond closed big time on Fitzwater. It's now 2,700 that time by. 9 to go. It will be 9 to go this time by. $51 laps in the books. 9 laps remaining here at Richmond. We could be in for a good finish here between those front 2 cars. We had a great finish at Darlington. We had a great finish at Bristol when Ben Cohen and Mitchell Hodak went at it. We had a great finish at Darlington when it came down between Daniel Voiles and Ryan Brommer, with Voiles winning that race. What's it going to be this time by here between Fitzwater and Ormond? We could be in for something good here. And don't count the 8 car out just yet. Noah Sewell is closing up in that number 8 car, but he's running out of time. We'll be down to 7 to go this time by. Fitzwater's lead now grows by 9 hundredths of a second, 32 hundredths of a second, but Ormond drove it in hard that time by 1 and 2. Noah Sewell and Dylan Poteet. There's those two cars. And Poteet trying to get around Sewell for third position right now in the number 94 car, but Sewell shuts the door on him right now. And I tell you, those two need to stay hooked up, and they hope to catch up that 30 and the 33 cars both. 5 to go this time by here at Richmond. The laps don't take very long here, about 20 seconds a lap. And Noah Sewell just 1 second back of the front two cars. And Posey, he walked up the hill that time by. And now, meantime, Quentin Moore and Dylan Young is now hooked up. And they're trying to come back up to the 94 car. But meantime, Young trying to put the bumper to that number 15 car of Quentin Moore. 4 to go. But here they come off turn number 4, and Orman's right there that time by now. Fitzwater has 3 to go, and has 3 laps to go now. 2,700 last time by. It was 14 the last time by. So Orman's dropping back. He's moving up to see what he can do against Zachary Fitzwater. Into the third turn now here. Orman closes up one more time now. 2 laps to go. Does Nathan Orman have anything for Zachary Fitzwater? It's now 0.2 of a second. Orman drove it in hard that time by in turns 1 and 2. Here they come off turn number 2. Does Orman look inside? No, he does not. He stays tucked in. Off the 4th turn, the white flag waves. 1 lap remaining for Zachary Fitzwater. Does Orman peek on the low side now? Here they come through 1 and 2. Will it be Zachary Fitzwater or Nathan Orman in victory lane today at Richmond? In the 3rd turn now. Here they come through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Fitzwater leads him in the turn 3. Orman tries to find any weakness, but not enough. Zachary Fitzwater wins the Exide Batteries 400 at Richmond. Zachary Fitzwater, who has not scored a top 10 finish all season long coming into this event. His first top 10 this season just happens to be a win at Richmond. Unbelievable. That 30 car, very strong here today. Started this race in 5th and ends up in victory lane. Was one of the fastest cars in happy hour, and it proved to be true. And Cole Deaver, the points leader, was on pit road. Late stages of the event, something happened at number 3 car. We'll check it what happened to Deaver here in just a second, but Zachary Fitzwater had a very impressive victory for him here today. Second was Nathan Orman. Third was Noah Sewell. Fourth was Dylan Poteet. Fifth was Quentin Moore. Sixth position was Dylan Young. Then it was Matt McIntyre 7th. Joshua Osborne 8th. 9th will go to Eric Monaco. And Caleb Fogler ends up with a 10th place finish here today in that number 6 in a number 90 car. Take a look back at what happened here. Here was Cole Deaver. He was running 19th position when all this happened too. This is coming off the 2nd turn right here. He was coming from the white flag of the number 3 car. Here he comes through turns 3 and 4. And Deaver's car broke coming to the white flag. Cole Deaver's car had a mechanical failure at the white flag lap while running 19th position. And look at all those points going by him. Oh my gosh. And is that a DNF for Deaver? I think it may be. We'll take a look as to what happened. We'll take a look at throughout the order here. But it is Zachary Fitzwater, your winner here today at Richmond International Raceway here. Average speed 108.72 miles an hour. Only 1 caution flag in this race. Not like Richmond. We usually have wreckfest on this track. So good race here today. We gave it the top 10 finishers already here. Caleb Fogler comes home in 10th position, as we mentioned. Aubrey Scott 11th. Keith Batson 12th. Mike Becker 13th. Carson Gunn with a nice 14th here today. Tori Gossett, solid day for her, finishes 15th. Jessica Shelton 16th. 17th will go to Jackson Haywood. 18th, Daniel Boyles. 19th will go to Ryan George and Kat Batson. Third place runner in the points there, but she ends up 20th, so I'd say she's going to lose third to Joshua Osborne, who ends up with the top 10 finish here today. And I'd say Osborne may have close up even on Rafaela Duke, too, for second. Maybe. We'll see what the points look like after Richmond. Points are going to look interesting now, too, because I don't see LeDuc or Deaver's name in the top 28 right now, but here. Actually, I don't see him at all in the top 28. Ryan Brommer, 21st position. Alexander Rowe, 22nd. Colin Cropley, the outside pole sitter, 23rd. He's not going to be happy with that. Kyle Matthews, 24th. Austin Reed, Seth Cole, Laura Chung, Bill Parker, the top 28 in this field here. 29th goes to Mitchell Hodak, and 30th to Rob Evans. Rafaela Duke, second place finish runner in the points. He ends up finishing 31st. Trent Dunham, 32nd. Chris Thornton, 33rd. Ben Cohen, 34th. Richie Fogelman, 35th. Charles Sanford, 36th. Cole Deaver finishes one lap down in 37th position. He is going to be sick about that. Cody McGurk had a header failure. He ends up finishing 38th in the field. And William Brock with a disqualification, unfortunately for that number 4 team, ends up finishing 39th. But, oh, this is going to shake down the points big time coming out of Richmond. That is for darn sure on that one. Zachary Fitzwater, though, however, is your winner here today. His first victory of the season and 18th different winner on the season. Unbelievable on that one here. Well, we head to Dover next on the tour for the Peak Antifreeze 400 at the Monster Mile. The second visit to the Monster Mile this season. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming Channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NR races. We got NR races. We got gaming videos. We got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the industry, Seth Cole, deserves to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Silk Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's series, be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other two channels that does NNSCRA offline. That shows channels being X867539. X867539A58X is still in Young's channel. The man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series, and also check out the channel that he and Kyle Matthews does together. That channel being We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fan, then We the Coasters is a channel for you. And subscribe to that channel for some cool stuff as well too. And also subscribe to what you're watching here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming Channel for some cool stuff here as well too. So that would do it here today at Richmond International Raceway. Congratulations once again to Zachary Fitzwater, the winner of the Exide Barriers 400. For now, James Walsh has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Dover for the Peak Antifreeze 400.